This revelation is quite alarming. 2022 from 2.48 billion in June to 2021, signaling an increase in 23.79%. Specifically, the insurance industry recorded 11.06 billion in total assets as at the end of June 2022, compared to 8.7 billion as at end June 2021, indicating an increase of 26.4%. The sector continues to remain robust and resolute in its year-on-year growth, with insurance remaining a key priority of the focus. The program was piloted in September 2022 in selected districts and regions. Government will partner stakeholders from the financial institutions, including the insurance industry, for implementation of the program expected to commence in December 2022. Additionally, government is creating a financial ecosystem that will drive financial inclusion and enabling business environment, including the development of a capital master market plan to attract domestic and international investors, including insurance. The establishment of the Domestic Credit Rating Agency, that's the DCRA, to help in the rating of Ghanaian insurance companies and marketing Ghana as an international financial service partner, or center, I particularly excited about the efforts of stakeholders to act the interests of students through such programs. May I suggest the debates are organized in the senior secondary schools as well, to build their knowledge and interest in insurance. I wish to leverage the platform to encourage the young ones to effectively participate in this interesting debate, gain knowledge, and congratulations to the winning team. Thank you for this opportunity. God bless us all.
Thank you to Mr. Michael Lamte, representing the Ministry of Finance this morning. And we appreciate the fine remarks. Indeed, the insurance industry is growing. And I'm sure IACG would also consider extending the debate to the senior high school level, just as you mentioned. Again, as a reminder, the National Insurance Debate is brought to you by the Insurance Awareness Coordinators Group, the IACG, in partnership with the National Insurance Commission, the German Development Corporation through GIZ, the Ghana Insurance Association, Insurance Brokers Association of Ghana, the National Association of Ghana Insurance Agents, Chartered Insurance Institute of Ghana, and also supported by IO, Ghana Union Assurance, KEK Insurance Brokers, Downwell Insurance, Priority Insurance, SIC Life, and Star Life. These are the partners and supporters who are making the National Insurance Debate possible for 2022, the very maiden edition. At this point, I would like to introduce to you once again our judges for this morning's debate. We have with us here Dr. Yao Adom-Boateng. He is the Managing Director of INSEA Insurance. He is a chartered insurer. He was elected a Fellow of the Chartered Insurance Institute UK in 2007, and also a Fellow of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Ghana. He has over 22 years experience in the industry and also serves as a visiting lecturer for motor insurance at the West African Insurance Institute in the Gambia. At this point, I would like him to share a few remarks with us, what he expects from our finalists. Dr. Adom-Boateng, what do you expect, please? Microphone, please.
Well, thank you very much. Well, basically, I expect the best from both parties, that is both schools. In terms of delivery, we'll be looking at the content, the facts, and references. Well, all in all, we expect the best school to win this debate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Indeed, the best school will win this debate. Now, our next Stephen Trematin, he is currently the head of national sales at SIC Life. He has over 20 years working experience in insurance practice. He's a chartered insurance risk manager and holds a professional qualification in insurance. He's also a lecturer at the Ghana Insurance College, as well as a part-time lecturer in strategic management and marketing courses at the KNUST School of Business Institute of Distance Learning at the MBA, EMBA, and CEMBA level. Also lectures at Valley View University's Kumasi campus and the Institute of Chartered Accountants Study Center in Kumasi. He also serves as an external examiner for entrepreneurship and enterprise development program at the Kumasi Technical University. He is a management consultant and training expert. So, Mr. Stephen Chematin, what are your expectations as well from our debaters?
All right, thank you so much. This is the champion of champions, then the titans of the titans. And if we take it, the expectation is very big, very far. We expect a high level expectation. And like my doctor said, the main basis of evaluation, assessment, yes, you look at the initial, the first, your response, presentation, viewpoints. Yeah, very, very important. You look at examples, facts and figures, references to support. Your style of presentation, even your tone of voice, the dish. Yes, the uses of gestures, your enthusiasm, the ability, then that is the first. And the second part, you look at the use of the rebuffs. Yes, ability to respond to the argument raised by your opponents, and ability to diffuse the points that raised to ensure the effective winning of this program. And finally, the conclusion, your concluding remarks, how you are able to conclude with a summarization of all your key elements and ability to put up your stand, whether for or against. On this note, expectation is going to be very high. Yeah.
I wish we could organize a debate for the judges too. Because the vim that Mr. Chematin has brought today, dear John Bosco and Komenda, please get ready. So our third judge is Mrs. Magdalena Friye. She is currently the registrar of the Ghana Insurance College, where she has oversight responsibility of all academic, marketing, and public relations affairs of the college. She has held this position since 2017. She attained her Insurance Association designation in 2015 from the Chartered Insurance Institute, UK. She is also a member and an associate of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Ghana. She believes strongly in the personal development of young individuals, especially women, and as such, she provides guidance and counseling to young professionals in their career path. Mrs. Magdalena Friye, what are your expectations as well?
Thank you very much. As Prof said, I'm expecting a very convincing debate to be able to allocate appropriate marks for the participants. So, Komenda College of University, Komenda College of Education, and then St. John Bosco's College of Education. Please, I'm a very difficult person to convince, so make sure that your presentation would appeal me to give you appropriate marks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So you heard it yourself. She's difficult to convince, but I know you can do it, just as you did in the northern zone and the southern zone. At this point, we also have with us our special guest of honor. The Commissioner of Insurance is represented today by Mrs. Esther Ama, the head of reinsurance and anti-money laundering at the National Insurance Commission. Let's welcome her with a resounding applause, please.
So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I stand on all existing protocols, and I'm doing this on behalf of the Insurance Commissioner. I'm very happy to be part of this maiden national insurance debate and wish to congratulate all the schools which participated, especially the two that are battling it out in the finals. I also wish to congratulate the Insurance Awareness Coordinators Group, the German International Corporation, the insurance industry, for your diligence and commitment in ensuring that the message of insurance is heard throughout Ghana. The message about insurance is good news, but it is sometimes misconstrued. It is an investment that promises an invaluable return of putting your mind at peace. With insurance, you are free to go about your duties knowing that someone has your back within prescribed conditions. I know that our response to claims payment has not always been pleasant, which has negatively impacted public perception about our industry. But the good thing is, it is a perception. And as an industry, we're doing all it takes to change it. This is because insurers are in business to pay genuine claims. We pay claims, but not all claims. The claim must be genuine. I'm appealing to our regulated entities to also help expand the insurance clubs in schools through adoption, as the members can become good ambassadors for your brand. Issues about increasing insurance penetration and coverage are at the core of the Commission's mandate. Therefore, a lot of activities have been embarked on to address this matter. One major obstacle, however, has been the formula for measurement. That notwithstanding, provisions are outlined in the Insurance Act 2021, Act 1061, to help improve the current position. Through this special maiden debate, we hope to glean some ideas on the way forward. We will therefore be listening with rapt attention to ascertain whether the Act is indeed a panacea or not. We look forward to a fruitful interaction and wish our debating institutions good luck. On this note, we say a big thank you to the Insurance Awareness Coordinators Group, the GIZ, the insurance industry, and participating schools for making this program possible. Thank you for your attention, and God bless us all.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Esther Ama, Head of Reinsurance and Anti-Money Laundering at the National Insurance Commission, representing the Commissioner of Insurance this morning. Now, we are at the moment that we've all been waiting for. It's time for us to see our schools in action. So let's give our debaters a round of applause as they join us on stage. KOMENDA College of Education and St. John Bosco's College of Education. We'll give them a moment to put their thoughts together, and then we will start our debate. In the meantime, to inform you of the format of the debate, once we start, the theme, once again, the theme for this debate is the recently passed Insurance Act 2021, that is Act 1061. Is a panacea for the low insurance penetration and coverage in Ghana. That's the theme or the topic. The recently passed Insurance Act 2021 is a panacea for the low insurance penetration and coverage in Ghana. Now, the teams have already balloted for and against the motion. So speaking for the motion, we would have St. John Bosco's College of Education. And then speaking against the motion, we have KOMENDA College of Education. So once we start, we will take the first presentation, the main presentation, 8 minutes from the main speaker from St. John Bosco's. So he will have 8 minutes to present, after which the main opposing presentation from KOMENDA College would also come in 8 minutes as well. Then supporting affirmative presentation from John Bosco will come in 8 minutes again. KOMENDA will oppose again 8 minutes. We'll take a 3-minute break for them to prepare their rebuttals. They will have 5 minutes of rebuttals, each starting with the opposing presentation, after which the affirmative side would also rebut. Then we'll have room for judges to pose some questions. After these questions are answered, the opposing team will do their closing presentation, 3 minutes, and then the affirmative side would also do their 3-minute presentation. Then we will give judges time to compile their scores, and then we will see who walks away with the glittering trophy, the bragging rights, the sponsored prizes, and the something special from IBAC. All of that, we'll see who walks away with all of that. In the meantime, just to tell you about the road of these two schools to the finals, KOMENDA College of Education started their journey at the zonals, the Southern Zonal Debate. It happened at the University of Cape Coast. At the first stage, they met Koforidua Technical University. They beat Koforidua Technical University, moved on to the semi-finals where KOMENDA met Dambai College of Education. They dispatched them too. And then at the finals, they met Accra Technical University, and they did away with them. So that is how KOMENDA have journeyed to this point. Now, St. John Bosco's College of Education from Navrongo, they started their journey, and the Northern Zonal Debate took place at KNUST in Kumasi. So St. John Bosco's first met Tamale Technical University at the first stage. They beat Tamale Technical University. Then at the semi-finals, they met KNUST. They dispatched KNUST as well. Yes. I'm not making it up. It happened. And then at the finals, they met Bolgatanga Technical University, and they dispatched Bolgatanga Technical University as well. So the colleges of education en route to the finals, they beat other colleges, they beat technical universities, they beat universities. And today, we are here to see the clash of two colleges of education, St. John Bosco's and KOMENDA College of Education. So ladies and gentlemen, the topic again, the recently passed Insurance Act 2021 is a panacea for the low insurance penetration and coverage in Ghana. At this point, I will call on the main speaker from St. John Bosco's College of Education to give us his presentation. We wish you all the very best.
Our forefathers, who were full of knowledge, wisdom, and intelligence, have it that the truth, as they say, needs no walking stick. It can be suppressed and distorted, but it always remains supreme. Therefore, your highly respected chair, impartial members of the jury, accurate man of the kilometer, combatants of today's motion, colleagues in academia, lovely ladies and gentlemen, I bring you warm greetings from the good people of St. John Bosco's College of Education. May the peace and blessings of the Lord be upon you all. Amen. The bone of contention before this August gathering is, and I quote, the recently passed Insurance Act 2021 Act 1061 is a panacea for the low insurance penetration and coverage in Ghana, end of quote. It is therefore against this second, fatum, controversial and debatable motion that I, Bukari Abdul Karim, an intellectual and proud teacher trainee of St. John Bosco's College of Education, rises vehemently with much confidence to affirm the motion as the main speaker. Your highly respected chair, before I comments, I would like to substantiate and deduce this motion to expectation by expatiating all the key terms used in the motion for the benefits of my lovely, most cherished audience and my learning opponents. The new Insurance Act 1061 was enacted by Parliament and ascended to by the President on 5th January 2021 to replace the previously Insurance Act of 2006, Act 724, that has been in existence for 15 years. The word panacea, according to the Oxford Dictionary for Advanced Learners, is something that will solve all problems in a particular situation. The word low means, according to the same source, means below average of an amount or intensity. The term insurance penetration refers to the level of development of the insurance sector in a particular country. Insurance coverage, according to the CFI, refers to the amount of risk, liability, or potential loss that is protected by insurance. Your highly respected chair, from the above explanation of all the key terms used in the motion, I am highly convinced that all and sundry here can now see the picture this motion is trying to paste on the wall. It is therefore amazing to see that my opponents are nicely dressed, prepared to come and oppose this motion. It is as if they don't even know the reason for the organization of this debate competition, or they might have forgotten. So let me remind them or inform them that the reason for the organization of this debate is to increase insurance penetration and coverage through public awareness and public education as instructed in Section 3, subsection G of the new Insurance Act 1061. And I quote, "The Commission shall promote public awareness and public education," end of quote. Your highly respected chair, maybe my opponents might want to argue that this competition is not to promote insurance penetration and coverage, which they cannot even do, because according to myjoyonline.com, a representative of the IACG, Mr. Kwame Gabriel, who represented the chair in the Northern Zonal debate, stated that the contest is to nurture and grow the penetration rate of insurance. He is here, I'm sure he's here with us. Your highly respected chair, to justify what I'm saying, those are the evidence. This shows that we deal with evidence, but not ideology. Your highly respected chair, secondly, the main aim for enacting the act is one of the reasons why the act is a panacea for the low insurance penetration and coverage. We all know that when the Digari emphasizes, it means it is important to him, and that is why Parliament of Ghana has re-emphasized by making significant changes and elaborations to the old Act of 2006 with the aim of remedying the problem of low insurance penetration and coverage through a thorough research that was conducted by the National Insurance Commission, dubbed Increasing Insurance Penetration, the Challenges and Strategies. It is clearly stated in A2II Newsflash that Ghana's new insurance law aims to increase insurance penetration and allow for new innovative insurance. To justify what I'm saying, the chair, those are the evidences. Ladies and gentlemen, in simple terms, the new insurance, as part of the initiative of the National Insurance Commission to grow the insurance industry, aims at strengthening corporate governance, deepening the insurance penetration, and increasing access to insurance for the population, particularly farmers, those in the informal sector, and low-income earners. This is clearly a means to increase insurance penetration and coverage. In addition to the above, the new act will help to fill the gaps in the previous act to enable both the industry and the National Insurance Commission to comply with international standards as international standards and best practices and promote innovation and inclusivity as stated by the Deputy Commissioner of the National Insurance Commission, Michael Kofi Ando. To justify what I'm saying, the chair, those are the evidences. The chair, the ability of the industry to comply with international standards and best practices has made it possible for other international insurance companies to take part in the organization of programs in this our country in order to cure the problem of low penetration rate. If I'm not mistaken, this has enabled the German corporation to take part in this campaign. Your highly respected chair, this shows that we are not here to deceive our people, but we came with clear evidence to defend the motion. Your highly respected chair, last but not the least, there have been some significant improvement in both the insurance penetration rate and insurance coverage, according to Dr. Detlef Azeljan, who is from the GIZ. He just made a presentation here and told us that the penetration rate is currently 2%. Meanwhile, in 2021, the penetration rate was 1%. Also, speaking at the Northern Zonal Debate Competition, the Asante Regional Manager of the National Insurance Commission, Dennis Farouk Dramani, indicated that the insurance coverage has actually jumped from 30% to 45%, which is quite a very huge growth. To justify what I'm saying, panel of judges, those are the evidences from my Joy Online. My opponents, if penetration rate previously 1% is now 2%, while insurance coverage previously 30% is now 45%, it means that this act is a panacea, and that is why this increment is found in the penetration rate and the coverage rate. Unless otherwise you want to make the impossibility to become possible, like how Moses through God separated the sea for his people to pass. In conclusion, your highly respected chair, impartial members of the jury, accurate man of the chronometer, all protocol duly observed, media houses present, I greet you all. I call on all of you to come and support myself and my learned colleague here. Expect more from him, after which you come and support us, and let's say a very big yes. Why? E-S to the motion.
Thank you. The accurate man of the chronometer has rung his bell. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, St. John BOSCO'S College of Education. At this point, we will move to the team from KOMENDA College of Education to give us their main opposing presentation.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, insurance fraternity personnel present, I greet you all. I am Teria Constance, a representative from KOMENDA College of Education, and I am here as the principal speaker to speak against the motion that states that the recently passed Insurance Act 2021 Act 1061 is a panacea for the low penetration coverage in Ghana. I'm going to first of all explain some key terminologies in the topic. I first of all like to explain panacea. Mr. Chairman, when we say something is a panacea, it is a remedy or a cure to a problem. Again, I would explain the Act 2021 Act 1061. It is an amendment of an old law, which means there was a law and it has been amended. I would like to explain insurance coverage. Insurance coverage is the amount of risk, liability, or potential loss that is protected by insurance companies. And lastly, I would explain penetration. This is the scale in which people in the country purchase insurance policies. Mr. Chairman, we are all aware there was a law and it was amended. So we know that if that law had loopholes, definitely this one too have loopholes. So we are going to point out the loopholes in the old act and give it to them. Mr. Chairman, the first loophole we are seeing in the current amendment is capital requirement. In the old act, the capital requirement for an insurance policy to give to the National Insurance Commission to keep, so that if there is an emergency or there is a collapsing of the insurance company, then the commission knows that there is an amount of money to be given to the client. And that act was then 1 million Ghana cedis. In this new act, we are giving 50 million Ghana cedis. Economy way, I'm not sure. My second one is the economic factors. Mr. Chairman, the law may be improvement of an old act. The general economic situation in the country continued to be a big blow. Then we were buying oil at 650 Ghana cedis. Now we are buying oil at 1,200 Ghana cedis. How many? You should let us be really realistic. How many parents of us, or how many of us would use our monies that we have to go and buy insurance premiums? That is, even our money, it doesn't even reach us. Our money, it doesn't even reach us. Our money doesn't reach us. Mr. Chairman, a look at the section 18 to 35 of this act seems to strengthen the structure and supervisory role of the commission. However, it doesn't do any specific thing by way of guidelines to help insurance companies increase their coverage and penetration. Let's not forget that the Insurance Commission does not offer insurance services. What we need are strong, innovative insurance companies under a strong commission supervisory. Again, Mr. Chairman, looking at this new act, looking at the new act, section 64 to 71, at this very new act are structured to give a strong financial backbone to the insurance companies and protect the insured funds. These laudable mandatory requirements in themselves do not translate into increased insurance penetration and coverage. The act does not even open any new areas of insurance to help increase coverage and penetration. Mr. Chairman, members of this insurance fraternity, panel of judges, a careful and analytical look at the sections 77 and 78 of the new act reveals that those sections take care of controls and risk management, which are the requirement to ensure the existence of a solid insurance company and industry. However, having a financially solid insurance company does not necessarily translate it increasing penetration and coverage in our country. What my friends on the other side should know is that increase in penetration and coverage comes with the introduction of attractive and innovative products that are affordable to the general public. Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, the insurance fraternity, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, having critically taken you through some important loopholes in this new act, which I believe have convinced all gathered here, including my opponent, that it lacks the potency to solve problems in the insurance industry in Ghana. Let me now walk you majestically to the empirical factors that brings about customer patronage of policies, that rather are the panaceas for the low insurance penetration in our country. I, Theria Constance, want to prescribe to the insurance fraternity to both penetration and wide coverage. These are the solutions, or these are what we're going to increase the insurance patronage in our country. 1, marketing. The chair, insurance companies need to access the media. Now, everything is on social media. So if there is insurance adverts on social media, definitely people are going to see it. A typical example, from KOMENDA to Accra yesterday, we saw only one insurance billboard. Only one. Even with that, it had no concept. What it had was a man who was with a phone. I don't go to school. My mother doesn't go to school. Will she be able to read what has been written in English language? I guess no. Mr. Chairman, in the marketing, we are supposed to target women. Women, they are attracted by nice packages. Let a lady know that this dress is going for 50 Ghana cedis. I promise you, all her friends will buy some, only if the dress is attractive and beautiful. Why don't we then, the insurance companies, target the market women, but rather we are looking at the law. Does the law have legs? No. The law can't speak. It speaks only if somebody is working to it. So what we are saying is that they should target market women. Secondly, they should target married couples. Mr. Chairman, in Ghana, every weekend people marry. After marriage, they sit to plan their own future. when the insurance companies go out there to target the married couples, they can bring them into the insurance net to widen the penetration and not act of parliament, which has no legs. Few people can even read it to come and let them understand insurance. According to Akote et al., asserts that married couples are more likely to buy insurance coverage of any kind, especially those gainfully employed, take insurance coverage more than the unemployed. Butler 1999, Storage and Wright 1999 also found marital status to have positive and significant impact on the demand for microinsurance. They noted that married couples would demand various microinsurance services, such as life insurance, to secure their future plans, so that if the event of death, the family can have somebody to compensate them and help them continue with their life. Studies in Ghana also revealed that, Mr. Chairman, when the insurance company, let us say at the registrar office, are made compulsory that if you are getting married, then you should have life insurance policy. Don't you think that we would even have a slow...
Thank you very much, Ms. Constance Tewia. We enjoyed the presentation. So we are moving on now to the supporting affirmative presentation from St. John Bosco's College of Education. Please take it away. 8 minutes.
Thanks for the opportunity given, Mr. MC. My opponent came and was talking about the economy and loopholes, but I only want to pose onto them this question. What in the world doesn't have a shadow? Also, she talked about on her way coming that she saw only one billboard, which to me I think is a lie, because from the STC terminal to the UDS guest house, we saw about 4, and of which the Alliance German company insurance this was even a typical this. So I think she was carried away by her phone. By now she was doing snaps and other things. My opponent, next time don't make such a mistake. The chair, panel of learned judges, accurate timekeeper, media personnel present, staff from insurance companies present, all protocol duly observed, colleague debaters, the goodness of the day upon you. Indeed, today reminds us of a crucial moment. Since time immemorial, the intellectuals of this caliber come together to ponder on a given topic. The course of argument for this blessed and ordained day is, and I quote, the recently passed Insurance Act 2021, Act 1061, is a panacea for the low insurance penetration and coverage in Ghana, unquote. On that note, I appear Gabriel Awunya, a proud trainee of the triumphant St. John Bosco's College of Education, after carefully studying the motion, rises with vigor to validate and affirm the motion as the supporting speaker, hoping that at the end of my presentation, all and sundry seated, including my opponents, will be by our side. The chair, since my erudite colleague has already explicated and elucidated the motion dispassionately to the understanding of all and sundry, there is no need defining the motion again, since too much salt, they say, make the soup salty. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, the purpose of this debate is not just to find a winner, but for us as intellectuals to contribute our quota to the issue of global concern. On that note, my primary objective in this debate is to prove to all and sundry, including my opponents, with relevant examples, historical antecedents, and statistical reviews, why my erudite and colleague with my patron and present are here to affirm the motion. The chair, since in concurrence with the prevalent maxim that, I quote, there is no need preaching long sermon at the evening service, I would like to head straight to the point in order not to ruin my identity as a proponent for the motion. The chair, but before I make any headway, permit me to ask my opponents this question. If the chief priest throws down a sacrificial egg, who are we mere mortals to caution it from breaking? If Parliament and other stakeholders of insurance companies, after doing so much research, came to agreement that let's propound the Act 2021, which will cure the loopholes of the old Act 724. Who are we, naives, when it comes to insurance, to say it cannot cure the things? The chair, to set the ball rolling, one of the reasons why I am supporting the motion is based on the fact that the recently passed Insurance Act 1061 in bracket Act 2021 have 5 funds as compared to to the old Insurance Act, which only had 3 funds. This clearly indicates that this act came as a universal cure for the low insurance penetration and coverage in Ghana. Why am I saying this, the chair? With the new Insurance Act 2021, we have something like Education Insurance Fund and Agricultural Fund. Yes, Education Insurance Fund and Agricultural Fund. With this, with reference to the National Insurance Commission document, which is named Increasing Insurance Penetration in Ghana, the Challenges and Strategies, it is stated that insurance companies should do more by visiting the rural areas. But with the old Act 724, the question was always, how do they do this? But today, all thanks to the new Insurance Act 2021, which came with agricultural funds, which my opponents know very well that people in the rural areas are much into agriculture. So with this fund, insurance companies will be poised to go into the rural areas. And as this is done, not even my opponents can dispute the fact that it will extend coverage. And once coverage is extended, it will also what? Lead to the rise of penetration, thereby curing the problem all. To add to that, the chair, the compulsory insurance of imported goods by the new Act 2021 is one of the reasons why we are in support of the motion. The chair, Section 222, subsection 1 of the recently passed Insurance Act 1061 indicates that, I quote, a person who imports goods other than personal effects into the country shall insure the goods with an insurer licensed under the Act, unquote. Without any form of ambiguity, the chair, this is instructing that all imported goods, if not personal effects, they should be insured. Now, let's ask ourselves this question. Look at the number of things Ghanaians import day in, day out. With this, not even my opponents can dispute the fact that with this, it will lead to what? The extension of insurance coverage. And while insurance coverage is extended, definitely what? Penetration will rise. Therefore, it is curing what? The problem of the low insurance penetration and coverage in Ghana. My opponents, isn't this the panacea? To add to that, the chair, the Insurance Act, the old Insurance Act 2006, in bracket Act 724, limited the operation of foreign insurance companies without license from the National Insurance Commission, which was not a proper incentive geared towards curing low insurance penetration and coverage in Ghana. But the recently passed Act 1061 is said to be the panacea for the low insurance penetration because it has given foreign insurance companies the right to operate. And the chair, we know that as these foreign insurance companies are allowed to operate, but they are only subjective to the NIC, definitely people will go to them. And once that is done, insurance penetration and coverage will gradually what? Rise. The chair, panel of learned judges, accurate timekeeper, personnel from insurance companies present, media personnel present, colleague debaters, colleagues in academia, all protocol duly observed. Let's not forget, but cast our minds back to the words of the commentator, the journalist, the writer, and the talker at the talking point, Dr. Daniel Kwabena Yeboah. He said, and I quote, "There is nothing like subjective and objective truth, but the truth is only one." On that note, I appear Gabriel Awinya, together with my erudite colleague, all the way from St. John Bosco's College of Education from Navongo, are here for the truth, which was duped in bitumen, to be revealed. For today forever remains a great day in the history of this, our great and noble institution. And for that matter, the chair, the truth we know is Oluwa, and that truth is this motion, which I quote, "The recently passed Insurance Act 1061 is a panacea for the low insurance penetration and coverage in Ghana," unquote. The chair, at this juncture, I would like to draw the curtains down by re-echoing the words of the renowned character, Mark Antony, from William Shakespeare's book, Julius Caesar. He says, then I quote, "Romans, friends of the world, lend me your ears. I came to bury Caesar, not to praise him," unquote. From that angle, we are here for the truth to be revealed, not for any other business. And for that matter, it is now clear for the blind to see and very loud for the deaf to hear that it is very enlightening for any man in whose heart there is love for the advancement of humanity to fall in with St. John Bosco's College of Education. Let's support the motion. I quote, let's support the motion. I quote, "The recently passed Insurance Act 1061 is a panacea for the low insurance penetration and coverage in Ghana," unquote. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gabriel Apia Awiyan from St. BOSCO'S. I hear he's called Prof. Gabi. Prof. Gabi. Now let's move on to the supporting opposing presentation from KOMENDA College of Education. A round of applause for him too, please. He has 8 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, distinguished officials from the National Insurance Commission, organizers of this competition, invited guests, our lecturers present, co-debaters, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Sabo, a student of KOMENDA College of Education. I'm here as the main supporting speaker on today's topic. The recently passed Insurance Act 2021, Act 1061, is a panacea for the low insurance penetration and coverage in Ghana. Like my principal speaker, I'm here to speak against this motion. Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, please permit me to continue the discussion as to why we think the Act 1061 is not a panacea to low insurance coverage in Ghana. All protocols already established, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, with nations recording appreciable increases in insurance penetration, Ghana still wallows in low figures. I don't understand why our colleagues here on the other side still think it takes legislation to increase patronage in Ghana. Factors hindering insurance penetrations are not far-fetched. Empirical evidence revealed that insurance penetration as of 2017 in China was 38.8%, while Ireland had insurance penetration rate of 17.9%. Ladies and gentlemen, let's come home to Africa. In Africa, South Africa has the highest level of insurance penetration, 16.99%, followed by Namibia, 6.69%, and Lesotho, 4.76%, with Ghana still hovering at 1% as at 2018. The question is, was Ghana without an act of parliament all this while? The answer is no. From the year 2006 to somewhere 2019 or until the onset of the new act, Ghana had been well tailored with acts, and the acts were still operating up to date. The act will not provide the panacea that we are talking about today. What guarantees that this new act is going to solve the problem? My principal speaker has in-depthly pointed out some points that I'm going to talk about further. The accounts of Ghana have an adage that goes like this: "Nya wa ye bi da no, na your friend abe aboafo." To wait, he who has done it before. This is the one who refers is worth relying on. Several years that insurance acts have been in existence in Ghana. We have not seen the potency of such acts to increase penetration. The NIC projected level of insurance in Ghana to reach 5% by the year 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, what's happened to this projection? Was there no act in place? Was there no act in place when these projections were being made? You see, acts do not penetrate homes and offices, but attractive packages do these payments of the claims. The chair, I want to put it on record that we are not against the law as a statutory framework to regulate the affairs of insurance industries. But again, we are of the opinion that the act cannot be said to be the panacea for low insurance penetration and coverage in Ghana. The chair, the following are the reasons why there is low insurance penetration in Ghana despite acts and laws. First of all, inadequate promotion of products. The chair, what we see now is that in Ghana here, as a result of the products not being established or promoted well in Ghana, for instance, apart from the compulsory road insurance policies that we all know about, the other policies are not more known to the people, even received with education. So here, because the people are not educated on these policies, how would they know about it? You raise the points concerning agricultural funds. If the people don't know about these agricultural funds, how are they going to get it? And you come and stand here and you babble this to the house. Mr. Chairman, again, we talk about the choice of marketing channels. Mr. Chairman, what we are talking about here is that the channels that are used here is the problem, because when we look around with these posters, we see that other companies with Ideal Milk, they will show their products, showing the milk and what it goes about to do. With these insurance companies, you see people with phones, you see them having an old man, an old woman growing old. This will tell you life insurance policy. How? How can they show you life insurance policy? If you're on TV, you see it in the news, and they are telling that, oh, an old man is growing, he has a children, and they are telling that this is life insurance policy. What is going to create that life insurance policy? Rather, by making the people understand that if you create these channels correctly, this is going to increase the penetration, not by telling us that the act is going to do that. And this cannot be found in the Act. Mr. Chairman, we understand again that the mistrust of insurance companies. We see that with most of the companies here in Ghana, there's mistrust. A lot of these companies that we have again, when their play was being made here, we noticed that most of the people here were in suits. They were in suits, and this showed that they are flashy people, they had money. So if I'm supposed to invest in you, what shows that you will not spend my money? What shows that you will not use it for something else? We are Ghanaians. We are Ghanaians, and we based on fact. And we understand that most people have been fraud. So the money that I have, there's no way I'm going to use it for that. Once I know you are coming to me in the suit, how can I do that? The appearance you bring to me will make me understand. You cannot come to me. You cannot come to me with an appearance that shows you are bigger than me. You create that class barrier for us, and this makes me understand that you are higher than me. So there's no way I'm going to trust you with my funds. Mr. Chairman, again, the economic hardship of the country is a problem. We understand that the income of the people is a problem in this country. The income of most of the people is very low, and for them to pay the premiums is a problem. We understand that the Compulsory Motor Insurance Act or these policies, people are even trying to dodge these acts, these policies. So if they are trying to dodge them, what shows that even if what will increase the penetration into these insurance companies, because those that they are even composed, people are dodging. What shows that these life insurance policies and other comprehensive policies, people are going to penetrate in a country that is difficult like Ghana. Ghana at this moment, no one is going to do it. I'm going to run away because I know that at the end, I'm not going to get what I want. I want to use this money. Nowadays, Ghana, we do hand to mouth. So if I'm doing hand to mouth, what shows that I'm going to give that money to the insurance company. Mr. Chairman, what we also see again is the market segregation. In market segregation here, most of the times the insurance companies are seen to be targeting those in the formal sectors. And what we see in Ghana here is that the formal sector is about 20% and the informal sector carries about 80%. So if you see Ghana people targeting only that 20% of people because they see them to have the money, then what are you doing about the 80%? The 80%, and this 80% is what is bringing that penetration that we want, and you are targeting only 20%, and you want high penetration. What are you talking about? The language barrier is another problem, Mr. Chairman. We understand that in Ghana here, the languages that are used in these clauses is a problem. How can we talk about clauses? Some of the things, even when we are searching, we didn't even get points up to this morning. How can that be a problem? You are in Ghana here, you are talking about clauses, you are talking about other technical terms, and even up to now, these technical terms, you still can't comprehend them. And if you can't comprehend them, how much more our parents in the market, when you bring these points to them, or these clauses and policies to them, they will not be able to understand it. And if they don't understand it in the language that you want, because they want to understand it in the fancy, the airway, the tree, if they can't understand it in that language, what shows that you that you are bringing the policy to them, they will understand you. We understand that language creates a trust or a bond among people. And if you can't create that trust or bond amongst us, what shows that by using English and I'm using fancy, I can be able to create that bond. How? And this will also cause the low penetration in Ghana's insurance companies. Again, we understand that the appearance is what we are talking about. The appearance of the personnel agents here is what is causing that problem. Most of the times in Ghana here, as we saw earlier, most of the times these insurance agents, they come to our companies with suits, and these suits that they come to is what is causing the problem for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Michael Asabel. Please, let's give our debaters a round of applause. Let's give them another round of applause. So far we've had the main affirmative presentation, we've had the main opposing presentation, and we've had supporting presentations as well. At this point, we will give the debaters about 3 minutes to prepare for their rebuttals, after which they will come back, starting with the opposing team, to give us some 5 minutes of rebuttal. So at this point, we will give them some time to prepare their rebuttals, and then after that, we will resume with the opposing rebuttal presentation. Thank you.
No one likes unnecessary drama. Ghana Union Assurance, providing for all your insurance needs since 19th.
My name is Felix Achiambepin, General Manager in charge of operations, Priority Insurance Company Limited. We want to thank GIA, GIZ and other stakeholders for organizing this debate. Priority Insurance Company is a non-life insurance company, and part of our social responsibility has been the promotion of insurance education in Ghana. We believe this debate is one channel through which we can increase insurance awareness and our appreciation. On this note, the management of Priority wishes all the participants of this maiden debate a success, especially those universities that we've adopted, Takrady Technical University and Wa Technical University. Think insurance, think priority. Priority, we are on your side. Thank
Thank you very much, Kibi Presbyterian College of Education. So it's now time for us to take our rebuttals. Let's invite the opposing rebuttal speaker. You have 5 minutes to do that. Thank you very much. So we have Miss Constance Teria back again from KOMENDA College of Education. Please take it away.
Panel of judges. My opponent here made something that in the new act there is public awareness, which is technology. Is it the act that is going to work to people and tell them that I am here, so I am aware, see me? No. Mr. Chairman, public awareness is through technology. And in Ghana, as I'm speaking, how many of us are aware that even if you have a vehicle, there is a code you have to check, which is star 920 star 57 hash to check if your car has been insured. We are not aware, and you come to tell me that there is public awareness. How? How will the act tell me that you have an awareness that there is penetration? So come and take me, Mr. Chairman. Another one is incentives and innovatives, which are the main importance of insurance. So if I quote, if people would know the insurance, the benefits of insurance or the importance of insurance, then it means that they have to be educated. And with the act won't go to somebody's house to educate the person. It is the insurance companies or it is the individuals who will be educated by insurance companies. So the act here cannot come and educate anybody. Hence, we have a duty to take on as insurance companies. We shouldn't say the act can do it whilst we are refusing to do the right thing. Again, Mr. Chairman, I think my opponents have hearing impairment. I didn't say that from UDS to this place. I said from KOMENDA College to Accra. So if you have hearing impairment, get antidote for it. Mr. Chairman, another one is, they didn't use the act to explain whether high penetration and coverage can be achieved. We are telling me that the act we are using right now, or the act is a panacea. And you didn't tell me any point or any section that can tell me that when there is a coverage or when the act is done this way or that way, there will be a penetration. So my opponent, next time when you are preparing, do a very critical look at the act, because we are both learning the act. And we know the act that has no or any place that says that it has high penetration. Again, Mr. Chairman, I am not surprised my opponent mentioned agriculture educational funds. I am aware there's a section in the act which talks about agriculture educational fund. Is it the act that will go to the farm to educate the farmers? It has to be somebody. My grandmother is in the village. There's something like agriculture educational funds. And you are trying to tell me that the act has it, so it's a panacea. The act becomes a panacea only if the act, the responsibility of the act has been acted upon. So if the act hasn't been acted upon, or if the measures provided by the act has been followed, the act is never a panacea. Or I am being honest, or so I'm being, if the act, or if there is a book like this, which is going to give you guidelines and principles, if you don't follow it, the book becomes meaningless. It becomes meaningless. So my opponents, I am begging you very well in Jesus Christ our Lord, please, and please, and please, do your homeworks well before you come here and tell us that the act is a panacea. We still iterate. We are iterating that the act is not a panacea because the act has no mouth. The act has no leg. The act has no eyes to even see somebody and talk to the person. So you can't come and tell me the act is a panacea. The act is not a panacea. It becomes a panacea when the insurance companies take upon and act well to help insurance penetration and coverage in our country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Constance Tewia. Now let's move on to the rebuttal from the affirmative team from St. John BOSCO'S College of Education. Mr. Bukari Abdul Karim is getting ready. You have 5 minutes, please.
The chair, you bear with me that the nature and purpose of this debate requires that one provides strong evidence to support one's claim. To us, therefore, this debate is evidence-based, and this is what we do best. This is our hallmark, and to be precise, this is our stock in trade. That is why we have provided all evidence to the judges. Now, you people, upon even using your phone instead, you didn't even present to us a single evidence, and you are asking us to approve. Approve what again? If it was really about approval, you should have done that with evidence. The chair, my learned colleague here and I, from the College of Choice, clearly elaborated and expatiated on the due facts, but it seems my opponents refuse to conceptualize the actuality, therefore making baseless and fallacious points that I am here to correct. Your highly respected chair, my opponents talk about language barrier, but maybe out of pressure, they didn't listen to the chairman of the IACG, who said that about 30 jingles were prepared in different languages to educate the people. Were you listening at all? Also, my opponent asks, is it the act that will work to the people to educate them? No, the act cannot work. It is the act that will guide the officials to do what is right. So this program that is organized, it is the act that guided the officials to organize this program. So next time, think well about it. My opponent also talked. Thank God you have educated us about whether you can use your phone to check if your car is insured. That is still the education we are talking of. If this program was not there, will you come and educate us about this? So why should you say the act is not a panacea? Oh, from my opponents also talk about that from KOMENDA College to Accra here, they didn't see any billboard. And my learned colleague here said, yes, maybe that is true. But from the STC station to the UDS guest house, is that not still the same Accra? So he has seen billboards and is trying to tell you. Your highly respected chair, upon my opponent said that penetration rate should come with attractive and innovative products. Yes, that is true, and that is all what the new act is about. So I quoted from 2AII, and I quote, 2AII News Flash, which we have presented the evidence to the judges, which stated that, and I quote, Ghana's new law aims to increase insurance penetration and allowed for new innovative insurance, end of quote. Next time you listen very well. Your highly respected chair, my opponent came here and stated that there was a law and that law has been amended. Yes, that is true. First of all, ask yourself, why was the law amended? To what? To cover the loopholes for us to be able to have the modernized way of insurance. Your highly respected chair, my opponent also said that we are now buying oil at 1,200 Ghana cedis. That I might support you. But do you prefer oil to insurance? Are you sure you have watched the play that was done here by our learned colleagues from Presbyterian College of Education? Next time, don't prefer oil to that of insurance. My opponents also talk about China and other countries have high penetration rate and Ghana is still hovering at 1%. Point of correction, it is not 1% penetration rate. It is 2% penetration rate. My honorable member from the GIZ can bear with me. He stated it here clearly for all the audience to take note. So why should you come and talk about 1% again? And you are asking, was Ghana not having an act? Yes, there was an act, but there were some loopholes. So because of that, a new act has come to correct those loopholes. Your highly respected chair, impartial man of the jury, accurate mind of the kilometer, combatants of today's motion. There are several reasons that you can talk about why the new act, Act 1061 of 2021, is a panacea. So if there is my time, let me tell you that in section 229 of the new act, the motor compensation fund has been expanded to include dependents of those who died through a motor accident and who are unable to obtain compensation. Your highly respected chair, from the above well-explained points and those that we have corrected our...
Thank you, Mr. Abdul Karim. Time is up. We thank you very much, St. John Bosco's College of Education and KOMENDA College of Education. It's an interesting topic. The recently passed Insurance Act 2021 is a panacea for the low insurance penetration and coverage in Ghana. This has been the topic that our two colleges of education, both zonal champions of the debate in the northern zone and southern zone, have debated over the last couple of minutes. At this point, we would have our judges, Dr. Yawadom Boateng, Mr. Stephen Trematin, and Mrs. Magdalena Free, pose some questions to our debaters. So you can please turn your microphones on, and if there are questions, our judges will pose these to you.
Thank you very much. I want to believe that it will not be out of place for us to Give them a round of applause again, because you will all agree with me that they've done a very good presentation, those for and those against, and that makes our job here quite challenging. I have only one question that goes for the two of you, and it's about implementation. Implementation of the Insurance Act. I want to have your views on the extent to which you believe the industry or the National Insurance Commission, together with the industry, have been able to implement the law. We'll start with John Bosco.
Yes, in terms of implementation, the National Insurance Commission, together with other insurance companies, have implemented, but not all of them. So when you look, the new act only came to add certain things to the old act. So for example, the public awareness and public education is one of the implementation, if I'm not mistaken. And that we have an international organization that is cooperating with Ghana. That is the German with Ghana cooperation. They are cooperating together, and that is also because the new act has now set some standards that is the industry has met in international standards and best practices. And for that matter, other international insurance industry can come here and cooperate with other insurance industry here. So to me, maybe not all that is implemented by the act, but most have started implementation. And these are some of the examples I have given.
Is there any supporting from you? Okay, thank you very much. Commander.
Please, I would like to hear the question again.
The question is about the implementation of the Act. The Act is there for a purpose and is meant to be put into practice. To what extent has the industry practicalized the Act?
With implementation, it means bringing something on a test or a paper into reality. And with that, for me, the extent, if I'm marking it over 100%, I would just give the industry 10%. Because the act has a lot to be implemented, but the industries are not implementing it, with the reasons known best to them. So with me, the act has stuff that has to be implemented, but the companies or the industries are not implementing it effectively. Thank you.
Can you cite just one example that has not been implemented?
Okay, so the example was that I made was the public awareness. There's a short code, and if in the implementation, that is in technology implementation, the industry should by now, just like the MTN, the registering of the card or the Ghana card, there was a code running everywhere that before you your card can be registered or rectified, you have to use that code. And with this, there is a code. It is just this recent research that made me know that there was even a code. So if they are to implement it effectively or efficiently, we would realize that there would be high penetration, because they would feel reluctant to work to the industries to verify if their car has been insured. But doing it on your phone, as in technology, you would know very well that, yeah, your car has been insured. So the industry should do a lot on the implementation, because they are not doing enough.
Thank you.
All right, all right, all right. Today will be today. Today will be today. Who wins the cup? All right. So far, you want to? Yes. Doug mentioned with regards to the implementation. I just want to find out from you. Yes. Now, the whole idea about the awareness coverage is by the attitude of Ghanaians. And one of the most important elements that the act made of is the educational fund, to able to actually educate the public and other things. Now, you've come across insurance agents. Yes. What is the role of the insurance agents in achieving the penetration and then the coverage? And also the police. So let's hear from your view with regards to the insurance agents and the police in implementing this act. Yes, John Bosco.
Okay. With regards to that, we can make reference to the statement that was made by Mr. Shaibu Ali, the president of IBAG Ghana. He said during the training of the Marine Cargo Insurance that with the old Insurance Act, we used to have something like, pertaining to the compulsory cargo trade, we used to have something like fines. But because of the fines, most importers used to what? Used not to obey it because they feel free to go and pay the fines then go. But with the new Insurance Act, there will be a prison term of up to 3 years to what? In addition to the fines. So with this, I think talking about this prison term, the police comes in as well as what? The prison officers. And also the insurance agents also plays a crucial role there, because they are the very people who will check to see that importers who do not what? Go by the rule will be held responsible. Thank you.
All right, that's your view. Let's hear from KOMENDA College. KOMENDA, let's hear you.
Please, with the attitude pertaining to the agents, they have to do a lot on marketing, and the agents are not marketing the insurance policies out to the general public. And with the police, there has to be enforcement, because a lot of drivers even have fake insurance motor stickers on their car. But we get to police barrier and the driver would just give the policeman 5 cedis. He wouldn't check. The policeman wouldn't check. He would just go away. So if their attitude, then the police should enforce the law, and the agent, they should market the policies. That is it.
All right, like I was saying, if we look at the attitude of Ghanaians, because of the mindset. So one of the most important to change the mindset of Ghanaians is through the awareness. That is why the insurance awareness coordinators group is actually doing. So is the NIC, they have a fund, that is the education fund. They are actually supposed to, currently they are in training almost about 10,000 agents in the country. 10,000 agents to make insurance available to the Ghanaians at the right place, at the right time, at the doorstep of the Ghanaians. So the insurance people, agents play a critical role. Yes, with regards to making the products available to the public. And secondly, when you look at the act, there are compulsory insurances. For example, we have the professional indemnity. For example, we have the commercial insurances. For example, all those who are supposed to ensure that these things are implemented, that is the police. But really on the ground, are they doing the work? That is the problem. So the act can be there, all right, but the enforcement, that is most important aspect of it. So I was expecting you to able to give me all this feedback, to able to reinforce it, really perpetuate your points.
Okay, thank you. KOMENDA College of Education, in your submission, you mentioned capital requirements, but I felt you didn't give enough explanation. And then so St. John Bosco's College, in your rebuttal, you didn't tackle it. So I would want you to give me enough, how do you call it, breakdown on what you are trying to talk about with the capital requirement, and then if John Bosco can also give me enough explanation to support it. Thank you.
Okay, with the capital requirement, just like some years ago, there were banks in Ghana, and they needed some capital requirement to be placed down. I am sure that those banks that collapsed, if their capital insurance were there, individuals who were using that particular bank, they wouldn't have been rendered hopeless and idleless. But with the insurance, what I'm trying to say is that the capital requirement deals with the insurance company or the insurance industry putting an amount of money there. Putting like, I don't know, but putting an amount of money there so that in terms of collapsing, the clients or the individuals can be compensated. So if that money is not enough, if that, like what I'm trying to say is that if the capital requirement is not placed down, it means that when there is an evoking or the collapsing of the industry, then it means that those people who are part of the insurance, and the most important is if they have not done reinsurance, then it means that the clients or the insurers insured they have are going to be ended hopeless. But and with that, the insurance commission is taking a huge amount of money. So with that, the industry is afraid, or the insurance companies are afraid to bring attractive packages, because they know that if they bring that and let's say people purchase it, then it means that they have a lot of money to be deposited at the insurance commission. So with that, they wouldn't do any attractive policies, so that they wouldn't be in debt in the near future. That's what I was trying to explain.
Okay. With the capital requirements, frankly speaking, I wanted to refute that point, but I realized that she ended up speaking in Twi, which I don't understand. So because of that, I couldn't say anything about it. Now, per the explanation she just gave right now, with the capital requirement, we understand that there are even several requirements that as an insurance company you should have, including the capital requirement. So the company, as a company, the industry will not just take any company to be part of the industry, but the industry will have to assess to see whether you have all the requirements, like license requirement, including the capital requirement that you talk of. So to us, that is how we think. So per the act, there are requirements that are stated. Even as an individual insurer, you have to have those requirements too.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, debaters, and thank you, judges. So we'll move on to your concluding remarks. So we'll start with KOMENDA College of Education, 3 minutes of concluding remarks, after which we'll go to St. John Bosco's College of Education for some remarks as well. Let's give KOMENDA a round of applause as they come, please.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, distinguished officers from the insurance fraternity, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, my colleague and I are advanced in a lot argument. The recently passed Insurance Act 2021 is not a panacea for the low insurance penetration and coverage in Ghana. We have therefore suggested any covert strategies we have hence religiously adhered to would bring the desired penetration and coverage the industry in Ghana so yearned for. Among such points include the following. To enhance insurance penetration, the insurance industry has to come up with effective and efficient marketing strategies. We have also advanced the argument that such things as education, technology, and enforcement are the panacea for the penetration and coverage in the industry and not the act. We are saying that the new Act 1061 may be necessary but not sufficient if we can if we do not deploy technology, if we do not deploy technology to make the general public to understand our modus operandi, then then a very strong commission like the NIC has to enforce the law we cannot achieve penetration and coverage as we expected. Our argument further recommended that insurance companies should do more by entering into rural areas and not focusing on competition in the urban areas or customers. Insurance language should be simplified in the local language for the people to understand. Policies sold to them and the terms and conditions which come with it. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to say something. We want to find acts from our co-debaters whether the Procurement Act 2003, Act 633, with its amendment of 2016, Act 915, had been a panacea for corruption in Ghana, corruption in public procurement in Ghana. The answer is no. We are also saying that there is a revised act for galamsey to be stopped, but we are now seeing that the more the act is trying to be amended, the more galamsey is going on in Ghana. So what we are saying is that Abrabo, like the life we are living, we can only make it possible when we are doing the right thing in the nation. If we are not doing the right thing, there's no way the act can be effective. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Constance Teria. Now let's take the concluding remark from Mr. Bukari Abdul Karim, representing St. John Bosco's College of Education.
Good. My opponents, we are trying to show you the stars, but what you see is only the tip of my fingers. Therefore, your highly respected chair, impartial member of the jury, accurate man of the chronometer, combatants of today's motion, colleagues in academia, lovely ladies and gentlemen. My opponents came out here in their quest to give their final remarks, made some questions, so we want to refuse more. Please, you asked us a question and you have answered it again. So that means you didn't even ask us the question. You were trying to ask yourself and answer it again. But pertaining the Procurement Act, are we talking about Procurement Act here? Maybe that is a different sector, but we are in the insurance sector. And I have seen officials here that are poised and very much active, and I think that this act, there is no way that they will not implement effectively, like how they have started. Your highly respected chair, it is not, my opponents talk about the implementation, that it is not implemented. But I want to ask her, you said that it is not implemented. Is it that it's not all that is implemented, or it is not implemented? Because we have given several examples, like the cargo marine insurance. We have given several examples, and you come here and tell us that it is not implemented. So per the question asked, you say it is not implemented, and now you talk about the using of the mobile phone to check if your car is insured. Is that not one of the implementation through innovative ways? So highly respected chair, I am here not to argue much, but to summarize all what was said by my learned colleague here and myself from the College of Choice on our reasons why we think the Act 1061 of 2021 is a panacea for the low insurance penetration and coverage. Firstly, we talk about it is through the instruction of the Act 2021-1061 that this debate is organized through creation of public awareness. Also, we talk about the aim for enacting the law is also one of the reasons why the act is a panacea, because it was based on research that was done by the National Insurance Commission and many others. The act is also meant to fill the gaps in the old acts in order for the industry to comply with international standards and best practices, and we have given several examples on that. There have also been some significant improvement in both the insurance penetration rate and the insurance coverage rate, and we have given evidence to show what we are talking about. The new Insurance Act 2021 brought about the introduction of compulsory insurance, and that even started in September 2022, that is this year, with evidence that we gave to the judges.
Please, let's give our debaters a big round of applause. Gradually, we are drawing towards the close of our program so that we see which of the two schools will be crowned champion of the maiden national insurance debate. At this point, we will give our judges some time to compile their scores, and then we will move on to the declaration of the scores. Just to give you an idea of what the judges are looking out for, so they are going to be scoring the main addresses, the rebuttals, and their closing remarks. 60 points to main addresses, 30 to rebuttals, 10 for closing remarks. Other things they looked out for was the content. So the viewpoints and responses that were clearly outlined and orderly presented. Judges also looked out for the use of examples and facts to support reasons as well as references. They also looked out for the tone of voice, the style of presentation, the level of enthusiasm that convinces the audience. And then with regards to the rebuttals, they looked out for arguments made by the other teams to respond to and deal with the points of others. So these are what our two schools will be scored on. We'll give judges time to go through that. In the meantime, we will call on the team from Kibi Presbyterian College of Education to give us some music performance.
insurance. Secure your future now. Secure your life. Secure your property. Secure your health. Ensure your future now. We cushion your business. We protect your life. Take future. Take future. Future now. Brother, take your future now. Take insurance. Oh, my sister, take your life. Oh, take insurance. Make a little drop of your money now. Take insurance. Secure your life. Secure your property. Secure your health. Ensure your future now. We cushion your business. We protect your life. Take future. Take future, take insurance. Take future, take insurance. Secure your future now. Take future. Oh, my brother, take your future now. Take insurance. Oh, my sister, take your life. Oh, take insurance. Make a little drops of your money now. Take insurance. Secure your life. Secure your property. Secure your health. Ensure your future now. We cushion your business. We protect your life. Take future. Take future. Take insurance. Take future. Take insurance. Secure your future now. Take future.
This is the moment we have all been waiting for. We have sat through the debate from St. John Bosco's College of Education. We had Mr. Bukari Abdul Karim and Gabriel Apia Awinyan. Then from KOMENDA, we had Constance Tewia and Michael Asabel. Our judges have compiled their scores, and I have the privilege and pleasure of announcing it shortly. So please relax. I'll announce it shortly. In the meantime, just to let you know the prizes that we have up for grabs today. Our runners-up will take away souvenirs from Hollard, Allianz, Priority Insurance, Danwell, Star Life, Ghana Union Assurance, SIC, Enterprise Life, and Sanlam. So we have some, and Ayo as well. We have souvenirs from these companies who are sponsors of the National Insurance Debate. Now also for the runner-up, we have the something special from IBAG. That is the Platinum Cash Award, along with some branded bags from IBAG. That's the Insurance Brokers Association of Ghana. For the second place team, IBAG will present a cash prize of 1,000 Ghana cedis. A round of applause, please. Then from the Insurance Awareness Coordinators Group, will have the cash prize also for runners up, another 1,000 Ghana cedis. So 1,000 Ghana cedis from the IACG, 1,000 cedis also from IBAG to the runner-up. Then for the winner, they would also walk away with souvenirs from Hollard, Allianz, Priority Insurance, Danwell, Star Life, GUA, SIC, Enterprise Life, Sanlam, and Ayo. In fact, both teams would also take away some books donated by Mr. Ivan Aveire, the 9th GIA president, giving some books. The winning team would also take away a silver cash award and branded bags from IBAG, 1,500 cedis for the winning team from IBAG. So cash and souvenirs from IBAG. Then from the IACG, 2,000 Ghana cedis to the winning team, 2,000 Ghana cedis, as well as the trophy that sits right here. So these and many more are the prizes that we have up for grabs. The good thing is that we only have 2 schools and 2 sets of prizes. Both of them are already champions from their respective zones. So we really don't have a loser. All of them are winners. And they are all going away with something. And that is the beauty of this debate. Thank you once again to all the partners and sponsors who have made this debate possible. We couldn't have done it without you. We would like to acknowledge again the Insurance Awareness Coordinators Group with support from the National Insurance Commission, the German Development Corporation through GIZ, the Ghana Insurance Association, the Insurance Brokers Association of Ghana, National Association of Ghana Insurance Agents, Chartered Insurance Institute of Ghana, also supported by Ayo, Ghana Union Assurance, KEK Insurance Brokers, Danwell Insurance, Priority Insurance, SIC Life, and Star Life. Now I think I should just move on and declare the scores. Who is winning? Who is winning? Okay. Kibi is neutral. Kibi, who do you think will win? Okay. Right, so the judges have done their work. They have scored the two debates based on the points I mentioned earlier, the content, the style of presentation, the use of rebuttals. They have looked at all of that. And at the end of the debate, winning the debate with 85.3%. 85.3%. Who would it be? Who would it be? I am happy to announce that the winner of the maiden edition of the National Insurance Debate is KOMENDA College of Education. A round of applause for KOMENDA. A round of applause for KOMENDA. So KOMENDA College of Education won the debate with 85.3 points. 85.3 points. St. John Bosco's College of Education came in second with 71.6 points. A round of applause. A round of applause for St. John Bosco's, the triumphant St. John Bosco's. Debate is their stock in trade, and they proved it. Today wasn't their day, but I mean, a round of applause. A round of applause for St. John Bosco's. So I just want to give our judges, and Mr. Stephen Chermatin will share a few words just to let us know what informed the judging process, the scores that we have. Over to you, sir. Prof will share some brief comments with us.
All right. All protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you at this time for giving us the opportunity to come out with the results. And I hope the result will be accepted in good faith. This one is not go to any Supreme Court. So far, the judges were also taking notes, all what that they were doing. Yes, and actually we were looking at the convincing, arguable points in regards to the content. With regards to rhetoric, the eloquence, Bosco, but the cuddle of the content and the analysis with regards to all those criteria, actually, the judges decided, and that was the average of the marks, which went for the commander. So I would say, finally, that with regards to insurance penetration and the coverage, there's a lot of things that the partners, the key strategic people within the industry have to put in place to be able to achieve that. The first is the public awareness and education. That one, all of us must be hand on decks. And when this select we give opportunity to GIZ, the German NGO, they are doing a lot. You know that they even train all the agents in the country, across the country. They train all of them. They camp them at the hotels, they eat in the morning, afternoon, in the evening. So at this juncture, let's all give the hand of applause to GIZ. GIZ, they are doing their part. Yes. Then another aspect also to ensure penetration and coverage, the insurance companies. What are we also doing? Now, the customer needs keeps on changing. So therefore, we need innovative products to match with the various segments of the market. And when you look at some of the companies, some of the products were developed so many years back, and they are just pushing it on the public. No, we want innovative products. And the channel of distribution should be make it easier. Nowadays, you should pick your phone and able to buy insurance. Technology. So all these things are sort of things that we need to be able to. Then the marketing strategies of the companies. Yes. What the companies are doing with particular reference to the intermediaries, our agents, the brokers, all of them needs to be on deck. The next and the most important is the prompt payment of claims. If we look at the play that they was put in place here, the moment the claims were paid, the one wouldn't even take the ball. Now you say, cover me. So we are appealing to all our insurance companies to pay prompt genuine claims promptly. And that will convince the public also. Another aspect is also with regards to the customer service, like I was saying, the attitude of staff, customer service to the public. We need to improve on that. Very, very, very important. And then we also need to instill confidence and trust in the insurance industry. And we are saying that another aspect is also the implementation. And the implementation involves all the stakeholders, all the partners, all those associations here. So with this in place, we hope that the penetration will increase for the benefit contribution to the GDP of Ghana and the development of Ghana. On this note, the judges say, thank you very much for accepting our results. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So at this point, we would like to start our presentations first to the team from St. John Bosco's College of Education. And let's have the team from BOSCO'S in front, please. Let's clap for them, please. Let's clap for them. Let's clap for them. Let's clap for them. And to present souvenirs on behalf of Hollard, Allianz, Priority Insurance, Danwell, Star Life, GUA, SIC, Enterprise Life, Sanlam, and Ayo, we will have Mr. Cosmos Jabayaboa, Acting Head, Agency Training at SIC Life, to do this presentation. So the team from BOSCO'S, Patron, please join us in front for this presentation. It's like that. There can only be one winner. There can only be one winner. Let's go ahead with the presentation. Thank you very much, Mr. Cosmos Jabayaboa. Now we'll call on Mr. Shaibu Ali to also do a presentation of 1,000 Ghana cedis to the team from St. John Bosco's. So they walk away with 1,000 Ghana cedis from IBAG. And Mr. Shaibu Ali is the president of IBAG. So let's have you again, St. John Bosco's. So that's the check of 1,000 Ghana cedis from IBAG. $1,000 Ghana cedis from IBAG. Now we'll also call on Mr. Seth Aklasi, President of the GIA, to do, and that's 1,000 Ghana cedis also from the Ghana Insurance Association. So let's have you again, team from St. John Bosco's. 1,000 Ghana cedis from the IACG. Presentation by Mr. Seth Aklasi, President of the GIA. A round of applause, please, for the team from St. John Bosco's College of Education. Let's smile for the cameras. Let's smile, please. Thank you very much. So 1,000 cedis from the IACG as well as 1,000 cedis from IBAG in terms of cash prizes for the team. Thank you very much, St. John BOSCO'S. We appreciate that. So we move on to our winners, KOMENDA College of Education. Now to present souvenirs on behalf of Hollard Alliance, Priority Insurance, Done Well, Star Life, GUA, SIC Life, Enterprise Life, Sanlam, and IO will call on Mr. Prince Opon, Claims Manager, IO Intermediaries, to do the presentation. Can we have Mr. Prince Opon from IO, please? And let's have the team from KOMENDA College of Education. So they go away with a lot of goodies from Hollard Alliance, Priority Insurance, Done Well, Star Life, GUA, SIC and SIC Life, Enterprise Life, Sanlam, as well as IO. And during the presentation is Mr. Prince Opon, the Claims Manager for IO Intermediaries. Thank you very much. So please stay with us, KOMENDA. Please stay. Let's move on to the next presentation, this time from IBAG. A cash prize of 1,500 Ghana cedis and souvenirs from IBAG. Again, respectfully, we'll call on Mr. Stephen Kwatin Yaboa, Vice President of IBAG, to do this presentation. A round of applause, please, for KOMENDA College of Education. So they walk away with 1,500 Ghana cedis as well as souvenirs from the Insurance Brokers Association of Ghana. Thank you very much. We are not done yet. Now let's move on to the grand prize from the Insurance Awareness Coordinators Group. We'll call on Mr. Wilson Tay, Chairman of the IACG, to do this presentation. And that is 2,000 Ghana cedis to the team. So Chairman IACG, Mr. Wilson Tay, will do this presentation. So 2,000 Ghana cedis from the IACG to the team from KOMENDA College of Education. They would also receive some books from Mr. Ivan Aveyire, the 9th GIA President. It's now time to present the trophy to the team from KOMENDA. And joining Mr. Tay, respectfully, I'd like to call on Mr. Michael Lamte from the Ministry of Finance. We'll call on Mr. Deklev Axeljan from GIZ. Mrs. Esther Ama, please join us too. And let's present the trophy. Can we have Mr. Ivan Aveyire also join us? Congratulations once again, KOMENDA College of Education. A round of applause, please, for KOMENDA College of Education. Yes. Yes. Proudly represented by Michael Lasabel and Constance Tewia. We would like to say a big thank you to all of you for being here. We will take some final words from the chairman of IACG, Mr. Wilson Tay, and then we will go down for some cocktail and networking. Thank you very much, Kibi.
Thank you very much, Kibi. I am indeed very overwhelmed. I like to start by saying that thank you to everybody who's here, who's made this possible. Without an audience, all this would have been nothing. I like to show very special appreciation to the teachers who, even though they are not insurance persons, insurance professionals, they've done a great job of these young people. Let us acknowledge them. Now, let me say another big thank you to all the institutions, all the companies who have adopted these schools, that have made it possible for them to travel, to feed, and to come here for this debate. Not just this one, but all the preliminary debates up to now. May I, at this point, please entreat the industry to adopt the schools. You can see from the enthusiasm that a little extra from us will actually begin to embed insurance in the various higher institutions of learning. All we need to do is to adopt them, give them technical content, as well as the financial resources that they need. Because ultimately, the benefit goes to us, the insurance industry, and then to the state of Ghana. Let us understand that whatever we give out to promote this program comes back to us. Now, to the contestants, it's not a matter of whether you won or you lost. It's not a matter of whether you think you should have won or you should have, been adjudged the better of the two sides. The fact that you participated is great, and that is the win. Now let me say this, that it is not how often you fall that makes you a successful person, but it is how often you rise after a fall. So to St. John Bosco's, you did a great job, but the judges, or you did not cut it for the judges. That's what it is. But next time round, like as the great Azuma Nelson said, I will not leave the decision in the hands of the judges. So please, let this not dishearten you. Now, to KOMENDA, congratulations. And I'd like to say more grease to your elbow. I'd like to add, just in finishing, that it is obvious from the debate that there are still some rough edges, and we cannot pretend that there are not. This is a fact. Now, this is something that needs to be addressed by the industry. We need to make sure that when we adopt schools, we give them a lot of technical content. Support them in technical content. because there were so many things they said here that barely scratched the surfaces. And we know that we can polish that, we can make that better. That does not take away from the effort that we have seen today. And I dare you, that this is the beginning of a great thing for our industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chairman of IACG, Mr. Wilson Tay. And thank you to all the partners and sponsors who have made this event possible. Congratulations once again to the team from St. John Bosco, as well as our winners, KOMENDA College of Education. Thank you all for being here. We will have some cocktail reception downstairs. We'll have some time to network, have some media interviews, and then we will depart to our various offices and schools for our competing schools. We thank you all very much for being with us today. My name is Stephen Yankee from Prime Time Limited, and we are also proud to be a part of this event. Thank you, and let's enjoy the cocktail.
No one likes unnecessary drama. Ghana Union Assurance, providing for all your insurance needs.
My name is Felix Achambekin, General Manager in charge of operations, Priority Insurance Company Limited. We want to thank GIA, GIZ and other stakeholders for organizing this debate. Priority Insurance Company is a non-life insurance company, and part of our social responsibility has been the promotion of insurance education in Ghana. We believe this debate is one channel through which we can increase insurance awareness and appreciation. On this note, the management of Priority wishes all the participants of this maiden debate a success, especially those universities that we've adopted, Pakrade Tenka University and Wa Tenka University. Think insurance, think priority. Priority, we are on